In this lesson, we want to show one of the most important steps that we need to complete so we can create our own reports using Report Painter. And well, that is just the creation of the library. So for this, we are already connected, and let's open Information Systems, Ad hoc Reports, Report Painter, Report Writer, Library, and of course here we have transaction GR21, which we can use to create. So let's run this. We'll enter an ID for our library, and actually, well, we will copy an existing library just to speed things up a bit. So this is the ID of the existing library that we want to use as a template. Actually, once we have selected this, let's just continue. And the system first will just say, okay, this is the description of the existing library. Do you want to use the same? Most of the times, that is not the best practice there. Let's enter our own description. Perfect. And now let's see what key figures have been selected for this original library. Actually, we have so many of them. And for our new library, we don't want as many. So what we can just do is we can come here all the way to the top. And well, we have select all, and then we have deselect all. Let's click on deselect all. So nothing is selected anymore. Actually, we will do the same for the basic key figures and for the characteristics. So let's have a look at the basic key figures. Again, we have so many, but we don't want all of them. So let's just deselect them. And let's just let's see the characteristics. So we click here, just the push button. And well, again, we have so many. So let's just deselect all of them. And now we will start choosing the ones that we care the most for our reports, just to have a more limited universe of data. And it's just limited, it's a bit more reduced, but it's exactly the universe of data that we want. So for this, we will just check. Actually, there's 4 that are default, and they are grayed out. So that just means we cannot like uncheck them. They are mandatory. For example, the contouring area, the fiscal year, the value type, and the version. Here on the first column, we have the full ID. But okay, that's fine. Now we want just to select also the cost center. So in the list of possible characteristics, we will look for cost center. Actually, I will use we can use this next page to show some other of the characteristics, and here we just like right away we find cost center. So the technical name is KOSTL. Let's just select this one. We also want cost element. So actually for that one we have to scroll up, and here we have it, cost element, the technical name K star. So let's select that one. The fiscal year and it's already here, but it's selected, right? But we also want to have in our reports a breakdown by period, by posting period. So for that, let's select the PERBL. Okay. Now we also need or want to have in some of our reports statistical key figures. So for that we have to look for the STAGR, which is here, the statistical key figure. Let's select that one. And that's it. We have most of the characteristics that we care, but we're just missing the valuation. So let's scroll down, or even use the next page to look for the valuation. Okay, so here we have it. It's value TYP. So let's select that one. Perfect. Now we have all the ones that we need, all the characteristics that we need for our reporting purposes to create our reports. So now that we have gone through all of this, let's go for the basic key figures. And for this, we just want three basic key figures, which is the costs, the quantity, and the statistical key figures. So, well, the first one has the ID as WKG. So let's look for the costs. So here we have them. We also want the quantity, which the ID is this one, is SMEG, SMEG. And we also want statistical key figures. And actually, a statistical quantity for those. So this is the one, SSME. So let's select that one. And now we have the three basic key figures that we need. And finally, we just need the key figures. So let's click key figures. And well, we have some 6 key figures that we want to use. So let's start with the actual costs, which the ID is ISWKG. So here we have them, ISWKG. Total actual costs in controlling area currency. Then we also want actual quantity, which is the one for ISMAEG. Here we have it. And well, we also want this actual statistical quantity, which is ISSME. So actual statistical key figure value, this is the one that we want. Also plan costs, the ID for that one is PSWKG. So we have to scroll down. Here we have it, PSWKG. Total plan costs in controlling area currency. Now we want PSMEG, which is plan quantity. Here, PSMEG. And we also want PSSME, which is statistical key figures plan value. Okay, PSSME. And perfect. Those are the ones that we need for the key figures. So with this, we have finished the selection of the relevant characteristics, basic key figures and key figures, and we can just save our library. Of course, then it's just the system will confirm the successful saving of the data, and with this we can just quit the app, and we're finishing the lesson. Thanking you all for the time and attention that you lent to us.